fighting my.
Welcome everyone. It is the transfer deadline. It is now passed by 4.5 hours.
Yep.
Dave, how's it going?
Dude, such a stressful day, bro. Like,
A little. This is good.
it was kind of like I made the mistake myself because set the notifications option on Fabrizio post.
Yeah.
And bro, I mean,
Insane.
my God, like, no joke. I think I got like 200 Instagram like messages today. Dude, it was on fire, man.
It was on fire. But before we get into that today, guys, like, subscribe. Down in the description are the links for X, Instagram, Spotify, and the Discord. Hit it all up. Smash all those buttons. And on the day, 22 new subscribers. Probably our best single 24 hours.
I don't think we had such a great day so far.
So if you are new, welcome in.
Yeah, man.
This is a taste of the live show, which is the majority of our content, to be honest.
Yep.
So if this isn't your thing, just stay tuned to more of the pre-records. Otherwise, welcome in. And Egan, a Liverpool fan, always checking in as well. There's some Liverpool news as well tonight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I have been following everything, man.
Quite possibly the biggest news belongs to Liverpool, as they would.
The biggest of the summer, honestly.
Yeah, of the whole summer, absolutely. So we'll build it up. We'll start with Juve, then we'll take a quick look at Serie A, and then we'll move into Europe as a whole and kind of see what happens, what interests you. We're going to do this through Transfermarket. I mean, that is the specialty of the website. This is the one time it should hopefully be good to go. So let's get into it. And we're not going to really cover the Genoa thing tonight, unless maybe we banter at the end and have some extra time. But I want to dedicate this because there's just too much to cover tonight. So
no, just honestly post transfer.
Yeah,
that's
so here it is. This is Juve starting off. Incoming arrivals, as we can see here. So you're gonna see, of course, Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, Transfermarket is bad. Yeah.
So we're gonna see a few people arriving and then leaving, namely Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, and a couple of them arriving because they were on loan. Don't forget that as well.
Mm-hmm. So let's, focus in. Chico coming in permanently now. Lloyd Kelly. These are a lot of obligations as well that become effective. So that's why we see Lloyd Kelly. Of course, last night, Inon Zagrova, Pierre Kalulu becoming permanent, Di Gregorio as well, Joao Mario, as we know, a nice addition to the wingback role on the right side. Luis Openda, something I had to go solo this morning.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite, man.
And you didn't even get to join today because it happens, man, in the middle of the day. It was like just after lunch.
During my work day, man. I'm sorry.
and luckily it was a holiday here in Canada. I was able to cover it. Thank you. It's already got over 800 views. Great video. So thank you.
Yep.
Keep that one rolling.
Yes,
Jonathan
sir.
David, of course. Pretty big deal.
Yep.
Nicolo Fagioli, Nicolo Rovella, both coming and going. Fabio Moretti coming and injuring. So we'll see when we get him back. Hans Nicolucci Caviglia, of course, coming and going. Thiago Drallo coming and going.
I think you are back to last season now, right? Is the filter, I believe, sorted, and I think
Yeah, so they came end of June 30th, 2025. So technically they came
yeah,
within this transfer window.
exactly. Yeah, returned from their loans and then yeah.
So Kostic, of course, is back. Arthur Melo, coming and going. Daniele Regani, of course, is back. Pellegrini, this is years in the making. He doesn't even count.
Yeah.
Facundo Gonzalez looks like there was news today that he's leaving to Racing
I
Santander.
forgot. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I forgot the name.
So
That came, I believe, also like half
towards the end.
like shortly like after the window closed. I think I got the FODMAP notification.
Mhm.
And usually FODMAP only gives you the notification if it's official. So
Yeah, so he's gone. Mattia DeCilio coming and going. And Stefano Gordy from Youth Prospect. He goes off to Spezia. So it's a funny one, really, with how many movements. This is also what you get with
yeah,
Comolli taking over for Gintoli. A whole new vision, new coach as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So these are the actual departures. Ravella, Alberto Costa, which apparently he's had a pretty good start so far. So we'll see if that one comes and bites us in the ass. Fagioli gone, Savona. Yeah, I mean that was pretty recently. That was the past few days as well.
Yep.
Sammy Bangula. This is my lowest point in this transfer market for me. I wanted to see more from him, like in terms of
I
revenue.
I genuinely think we as a fan base overvalued him. Like
Perhaps,
his
but
his actual value.
it's okay, and this is kind of the measuring stick, right? When you have these expectations, and when you see
Yeah.
Illing Jr. go for almost double the previous year, who we consider to be a worse player,
Yeah, but English player though,
the tax.
it's the yeah, I think that's like the British tax.
Mhm. So it is what it is. I mean, that's just me. I'm not gonna deduct too many points off
Well,
that.
and also what you also have to think about is like it's also like now 1 season ago, and Serie A has big. I'm sorry, but still like less attractive as a market within
Yeah,
that year as well.
true
Like if
enough.
you think where all the money is, but genuinely, what I have to say, Serie A in comparison to La Liga, for example, or to what like the Bundesliga teams did, Serie A was cooking this summer, not gonna lie. Like Serie A did a lot of like good value transfers, like overall.
But they had to. They have to get smart.
Yeah,
And well, just the stat since the past couple seasons, we only bought one Italian player, and the non-Italians that we bought within Italy.
yes. Yep.
I mean, Nico Gonzalez, he's gone, right? So
How crazy is
you
it?
gotta.
How crazy is it that like if the obligation hits that we make a profit on that? Like after we thought like it's gonna
So, and now Spartan Warriors here is saying Porn Mercato, I think. So,
no.
I mean,
In which
explain yourself
in which way?
because here's how I look at it. And now Sal in the Discord put a really good explanation up in terms of financial fair play, and we are literally playing on the knife's edge of
Yeah,
financial fair play at the moment. There is
yeah,
literally no margin for error.
yeah,
And this is why we saw on deadline day And in fact, we saw that Zergrova was coming before we saw that Nico Gonzalez was leaving, where in reality, it was probably the other way around.
Exactly.
Like that's how tight these and in parallel these transfers had to happen because the finances just did not allow for any sort of leeway. So
And
from that
also we were so late in registering Openda. Like we had to get all the other like things done in time. Even I'm sorry, but even like players like Facundo Gonzalez, where we get like the smallest like loan fees. Like everything needed to be finished in order for us to register Openda, because I think that was made official even later than the Facundo Gonzalez loan, for example, to Santander. Like we are literally like once again playing with financial fair play, right? But that's what you like. You have to bend the rules like as far as you can.
well, you have to get within that threshold of what was it, 50 million euros? You can be more in debt with, and okay, well let's just look at it. According to Transfermarket, it should say right here current transfer record minus 52.8. So we are 2.8 million bust in terms of FFP at the moment. We have 3 years, however, to balance that out. So literally on the negative side of this knife's edge.
Yeah.
You got to put that in context, honestly. Like, would we have wanted to say PSG, I don't care, you want 60 million, here you go, we got RKM? Sure. I mean, it would be nice. We're not an EPL team. This is our reality. We're not even honestly like a Napoli right now. We're our version of Juve, and we're fucking broke. So this is what we're getting.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, for how broke we are in terms of FFP. Now, I hope we don't start a fight again in the chat. Oh, we have the richest owners. We know, blah blah blah. It's financial fair play, not the actual money the club has or the owners have.
Mm-hmm.
So, but in terms of financial fair play and what we are allowed to do, I think we had a really good window. Like a really, really good window. Honestly, did you guys think when this transfer window started and we were talking about, I don't know, what were the players we talked about at the start of it? Do you remember? It's dude Sancho. And now to think like we have Shigrova for 14 plus 3, I believe. I have the official communication here, sorry.
It is 14.3 payable over 4 years.
Yeah. And
plus additional of 1.2 plus another 3 in bonuses. So it's 18.
Exactly.
But yeah.
And for Penda, the same. That's also payable in 4 financial years if we happen to trigger the 40 million obligation.
Yes, and that's a 3.3 plus a 0.8 bonus for the loan, plus the obligation at 40.6 for a total of 44.7.
Yeah.
Not too bad considering. And you can watch the video, watch the Luis Openda video, but PSG was asking 60, 65 mil for almost the same player in terms of the stat sheets.
Yeah.
This is a better deal.
Absolutely.
This is a way better deal. Did RKM want to play for Juve? Was his heart in it? Sure. And that means a lot. It absolutely does. We can use the Grova as a great example because it seems like he's ecstatic to be playing for Juve. Right? Like that those things matter. But is it worth 20 million? Maybe not. We'll see. But that's a $20 million swing.
Yeah. No, those are 20 million you save now. That is also, if you think about it, like PSG wanted it like 10 million right now. You save 7 million on the loan fee. You save overall 10 to 15 million on the final fee at the end. Like it saves you overall money for what will possibly be like similar output in terms of stats, but it gives you way more like versatility on your front line. like to have the additional speed and the dribbling skills of Openda, and by if you happen to switch like in a game into a 4-4-2, for example, where we have to chase a game, like Openda and David will be an incredible duo up front.
Yeah.
Like you can switch things around with him. He can even play winger. He can, like if need be, play as a single striker as well, but he needs a bit help with that because he's not the tallest guy. But his finishing is good. He's such a dude. You guys were talking about Adeyemi. This guy is even quicker, I believe, than Adeyemi in terms of his final speed, but he's a more intelligent player than Adeyemi. And again, like for a similar, maybe just a tad bit like cheaper than Adeyemi would have been.
Yeah. So let's quickly just finish off the list here. I'll only pick out the ones we haven't talked about. Dougie, Timmy Weah, RKM, of course, we just talked about, and Renato Vega. Did not renew the loan. So that's everyone who left. That is Juve. So before we do jump into Serie A as a whole, we can certainly take a look at the lineup, and they didn't save. Didn't save. Okay, that's fine. We just have to change Randall here to an Openda at number 20 and give Zagrova his number 11, and we're good to go. So, starting lineup. Now, sticking point, and this was called, every time you put the tactical board up in a video, somebody's going to call you up because they don't agree with something.
Yeah, of course, man.
Happened again today.
Dude, sometimes, just disclaimer, sometimes we put players wherever just for the sake of putting them there, just to have the slot on the roster field. Like it's just for demonstration. If we go into an actual like deep tactical explanation where you need passing lanes and all of that explained, then we of course will use the right players at the right spots and everything. But sometimes just see them as like space fillers.
Especially when we're talking about Cabal, who has not played for Tudor, and
Yeah.
we're not 100% sure.
And also we saw the YouTube comments and we saw him play both as a left wing back, as a full back, and as a left center back. We saw him literally do everything. So we will find out where he plays it. There's no reason to fight like for stuff like that in the YouTube comments, guys.
He's somewhere here. You know?
Yeah, same as Kalulu. Kalulu's as well, like somewhere
he's somewhere here
along those lines. Exactly. Like
yeah.
no specific position. Wherever they are needed, they will play, man.
Let's get that out of the way.
Like Dom Szoboszlai being the best right back in the Premier League right now, even though he's a midfielder.
So I think it's fair to say Bremer Rugani swap out.
Yep, that's what I have as well.
So, and this is why I kind of put Cabal back here, because you put, where's my Kostic over here as the backup.
Yes.
And then on the right side, see, this is where it gets interesting. Do I put Kalulu here as a backup to Mario, or do we put him here and McKennie can slot in there? We don't know how this will play in the season.
That's what I think for now, because Joao Mario needs kind of backup, and we have enough bodies for the midfield. Like for the sake of it, you can put McKennie there as a backup. I think
for the sake of it, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put Coop here.
I hope you heard that YouTube comments. For the sake of it.
For the sake of it, yes. Locatelli, Moretti, again, like you can honestly switch these up. It's going to depend on the game, the situation. Is it Locatelli and Thuram? Is it Moretti and Locatelli, Coop Miners and Thuram? You know, it's the midfield pivot. They're going to slot in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Zagrova and Openda, let's just toss them out on the wings. Again, I talked about this in the video. They can kind of play in this trident anywhere. Vlahovic up top.
Openda got the 20, right?
Yep.
So I'm doing mine as well as we speak.
And now this leaves Ruhi, which sure, throw him there. Nagic. What do we do with this kid?
I generally don't know. I I thought we were gonna send him on loan or something.
And this gets into the question here a little bit now here. With the front six set, do you guys think Moretti and Adjic will get minutes this season? And
I
where
think
do you...
Miretti will get.
Moretti will.
I don't know about Adjic, honestly. That's why I was hoping that we sent him out on loan. But I think if Miretti is fit, he's gonna play some minutes. Like if needed, he can play in one of those roles where you have Yildiz and Shigrova or Penda Conceição, like somewhere in those half spaces. And you can even toss him in as an option, like there next to Thuram. Like
Yeah, and that's really the question, right? Does he find space in that trident? Or is he, while Moretti's injured, he's your fourth midfielder?
Yeah.
We honestly don't know. We barely saw him last season. I mean, Moretti is still a bit of a question mark as well. Be honest.
Who? What did you say?
From Moretti?
Oh, Miretti. No, I didn't hear the name.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Moretti. He's injured.
Yeah.
We saw him, was it 2 of the Club World Cup games? Not a great data set for Tudor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, should he be playing up here in the hole? Maybe, but should Adjic. I mean, what do? You have Openda, Yildiz, Conceição, Zagrova, Vlahovic, and David.
Like the front line. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, the front line is amazing. The front line is amazing, man.
We are now set.
Genuinely, the front line is great.
And this is what I find funny now, is now that we have sorted out the attack, people are saying, oh, well, we should have done more in defense. We should have done more in the midfield. At the beginning of this Mercato, the holes were the ones that we filled. I mean, we did get Mario. We filled that hole. Kostic came back. I mean, depth piece, it works, right? We get Moretti back. Yeah. That works. We filled in those holes. We didn't need to spend the money because, as you see here, other than our 2 outliers of Adjic and Ruhi, every position has a backup.
Yeah.
It may not be 100% what we need. Do we need a more creative midfielder? Absolutely.
Oh no, of course we do. Hands down. That's why I wanted Matt O'Reilly, for example. But if you have special players in your front line, that helps taking the burden off your midfield somehow, because you have such talented players that can get the ball a bit deeper and then work with it and basically replace the 10 you need. And yeah, I hope that will compensate for it, but 100% I would have liked to get a midfielder. That was one of my priorities. But guess what? It's the two-door system. The system doesn't need a 10. It is dependent on your wing backs and your half space wingers and interacting with each other. And honestly, I'm good with it, man. João Mario, I told you that he will be really good. He will interact pretty good, like in terms of overlaps and underlaps with the wingers, and we saw that already happening. Cambiaso, yeah, we find out after he settled his penalty for his Bozo moment. I don't expect a lot from Kostic. Like, that is just pure. If we need him, run up and down, spam crosses. By the way, was that the first Kostic to Vlahovic assist we finally got?
No, I don't think it was. I remember making a scene about it when it actually happened.
Yeah,
it's been a couple years, obviously.
It's been okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's happened before, though, off the top of my head.
I mean, we can be fact checked. Brother still acting like I haven't done this before. He's now in my he's just now in my time zone, so he finally notices.
Yeah, keep up, Sal. Where have you been, anyways? Probably busy doing, being a good husband and spending time with your wife or something like that.
Congratulations.
Unlike the rest of us, our horrible spouses. But yeah, I mean, as Osama is saying, the press, this press is going to be nuts. Yildiz is the slowest dude. Well, Vlahovic,
Yeah.
but like,
But Yildiz is the most intelligent on the ball out of them.
yes, yeah, most
So
intelligent.
it helps.
This is nuts,
Yeah.
man, and this is definitely
I
Tudor
like.
Bell. And when
I didn't genuinely I didn't expect a Mercato like this. I didn't, honestly.
it's thin.
I did.
It's thin
Yeah.
though. We have to recognize that it's a roster of 25 players plus whatever fodder they got up for the next gen.
And don't
I
forget
didn't even.
we still have Milik.
Okay, sure. I'll giggle a little bit on that one.
Third striker.
There are reports because in Turkey it doesn't close until the 12th. The transfer market. There's reports that maybe he might get picked up in Turkey.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I mean, with what we have at this moment, barring a bunch of injuries, Milik ain't playing anymore, man. And technically, like Openda, let's say Vlahovic and David both get injured.
yeah.
I mean, you could put Openda up there.
Dude, you would
could put
rather
Zagrova.
play Openda as the like sole 9 instead of using Milik again for anything.
Yeah. And like even if I mean, you can still technically do that.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but you can
also honest credit to Milik, right? I know we give him a lot of shit because because of like we are missing him for over a year now. But generally on the field he was good. Like his passing was good. He had pretty good like field vision. He was just not the
He's
most athletic
intelligent.
and whatever. But he was a very very intelligent player, man. Like we could
Mhm.
use something like that actually. Like if he would be fit. I wouldn't mind him as a third option.
He's not a horrible bench player. I was actually a little bit excited when he came.
Yeah.
Obviously, in
I just want him
context.
to be fit, man, but he's not.
No, but I mean, this is what number is he? I can't remember now. 14.
14, yeah.
Congratulations, Milik. You made the roster.
So Kostic has 18.
So this is it. This is what we're gonna get. This is Juve 25, 26.
Yeah.
Will there be any more in January? It's gonna be tight. Somebody is gonna have to move. If you maybe get a prospect that moves up, if you get some sort of sell-on clause that comes in, you get yourself another $15 million right back. I guess if you sell McKennie, that would really be it. You know, you move on McKennie, get a proper right wing back.
Yeah.
That would be the most ideal. Again, I love McKennie.
Let me just put mine there. My God, why is it so overexposed? The lighting.
I don't know what's going on your screen over there.
Dude, it's not on my actual screen like that. It's a StreamYard thing.
Crazy.
Like on my screen, it's colored like yours.
It works.
Okay. No, I just wanted to check if we have the same.
Kalulu, Bremerugani, Kelly Cabal, Cambias Kostic, yeah.
I think we have.
Bramarati, Coop, Loka, McKennie, Mario. Yeah, you are exactly.
Nice. And then Milik there.
And then throw Milik.
Let's go. All right. Oh, and I don't have Vajic because I have no idea what to do with him. Because I guess he would be the third option on either side of those, but
he could, yeah.
But
we'll see. I hope he gets some minutes.
That's a lot of rotation, though.
So, good question.
That is actually very deep.
That's a good question. Does an extra capital injection in October?
Sorry.
In October, November allows to spend in January. No. So
doesn't help at all.
There's the sporting books, and then there are like the business book. So on the sporting side, those books are dictated by how much sporting revenue you make and how much sporting money you spend. So on the transfer market, you can spend that money. You can obviously, lose out on that money as well on the transfer market. The biggest dictator of this is how much money you actually bring in through sporting competition. So Champions League, that's why top four is so huge, because that's about 100 million that you get, right? You get that 20 or so million from the Club World Cup, TV rights, which are going to be 80 something million dollars or euros for Serie A.
Every round you get through in the Champions League, by the way. Every Champions League win is literal money.
I mean, the 4 million euros you can get from winning the Coppa Italia, that all counts.
Yeah.
That's the pool of money that is referenced against your expenditures, essentially, right? So that's why we're on that knife edge. It doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. This is why. Well, this happened because of all the financial takeovers of the public investment fund out of Saudi Arabia, all these offshore accounts buying up these Premier League teams, and okay, all of a sudden, we got to regulate this because you create that imbalance. And honestly, you can get the Sikh of Qatar come in, throw $2 billion at a team to be, okay, screw you guys, I'm better. I bought everyone. That's why these rules exist as they are.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a very basic version of it, of course. It's way more complicated than that, but I'm not going to. That's just a separate video altogether.
Yeah, dude, it's not needed to even go into it deeper. Like you get the gist of it. No, but what you can actually impact, you can still use it in a sporting sense. You can improve your infrastructure. You can, I don't know, like get better gym equipment. You can do this and that. You can hire better doctors, medical staffs, and everything. Like you can still impact the club with that money, which that still helps because look, a lot of clubs have to pay all of that stuff with the money they make on the field. So technically, if we sell Nico Gonzalez for I don't know for 4 million profit, yeah, you can technically use those 4 million as well. You use them directly from your bank account that is moderated by FFP, and use those then for your facilities and whatever. But it helps to have a separate bank account that you can transfer the money into it and use money from that bank account basically to work on all the other infrastructural stuff.
This is why they're trying to move on McKennie. They're spending way too much money on low-fat ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And ketchup. And the ketchup, yeah. So yeah, I mean that's a bit of a joke, but it comes down to even like the nutrition, what you're feeding the players, every little detail like that. That's what that money.
By the way, I genuinely think nutrition doesn't cost anything these days for football clubs because they are sponsorships and everything, and they get everything for free from the nutrition companies.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah.
This is what happens when you have a man on the inside.
But still, like medical stuff, medical facilities, all the medicine, and bro, like football teams use different and crazier stuff. What your doctor has, like that shit costs a ton of money. Painkillers, medicines, yeah, that costs a shit ton of money, man, and it helps. Like a 20 million in cash injection helps with all of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that's a dumb question? Because
no, it's not a dumb question. Because wages are moderated as well under FFP. You have a FFP is not just the transfer money. You have the whole wages in there as well. It's not only those 50 million loss you are allowed to make in a 3-year span. The whole wage structure and everything is a part of that as well. Like you have basically see it as a salary cap, what you can spell that is determined by your revenue and blah blah blah. And you can spend within that threshold, and with that you have the wages and transfer fees, coaching, coaches, the wages of the coach and coaching staff are with in that one as well.
I mean, that's honestly a good question, not a dumb question at all. Like I said, you can really deep dive into all these little details, and that is important when you're talking about your support staff, even, right? And what affects the books.
Yep. Oh, that's a fun idea. You see Antonio's question?
Yes. Do you guys see us pushing for Scudetto with these players coming in? And formation would benefit the squad as a whole. I like 4-3-2-1. Yes, 3-man midfielder. Midfield, I think we like.
Dave, can I put you on the spot because you didn't give us your predictions yet for Serie A?
Not technically. I didn't technically do that. No, this changes a lot. It really
Yeah.
does.
Do you want me
Seeing.
to tell you our top five? What Dash and I did?
Oh, I listened to it multiple times. I mean, I made all the
Oh,
shorts and stuff out of it. Yeah, no,
yeah,
I I know where you guys
yeah,
stand.
yeah. You're right.
Uh,
So
but
I have
uh,
us in second already without these big transfers.
yeah, that's a big. I was a little surprised you put us in second. To be fair, thought
I
Dash was a
I
little
ge-
more reasonable at four.
I generally Dash put us in fourth, yeah, and he has Milan second. Dude,
Well, how about this? Let's
that Dash drank all the Milan Kool-Aid, man, all
well
of it.
let's dash into that. Let's cover some of the Serie A stuff, and then we can
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
tackle this question now that we look at what the other teams essentially have done here, what their transfer
yeah.
market has looked like. So this is Serie A. Victor Osimhen, the big one, going to Galatasaray for reals this time, 75 mil. Matteo Retegui going to Al Qadsiya, Saudi Pro League, 68 and a quarter. And another outgoing, Johnny Reinders to Man
Yep.
City for 55. So the biggest transfers are all outbounds to Turkey, Saudi, and of course the EPL.
Yep.
But who's got the biggest incomings of the transfer market? Up steps Juve with Luis Apenda and
In
Jonathan David.
terms in terms of market value, not in terms of money spent. In terms
Exactly.
of market value,
Yes.
which
And
means
and that's the
look at the
kicker.
market value we have there. One of them is a free transfer, one of them a loan.
Mhm.
That's why I say it's very good deals.
Antonio also agreed to a second, but that was before today as well. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we will get back to that.
I have to marinate a bit on it, man. I
Yeah,
have to
marinate.
marinate because
It's fresh.
I had Napoli running away with it. Now it's way closer. Let's see if
Yeah, 2 match days in as well. It's gonna affect
yeah,
things.
yeah. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
But yeah, let's just rip through some of these. Dan and Doy going to Forest for 35. Or sorry, 42. Valdi at
Yeah,
35. Nkuku Milan, Tashari Milan. So those are some pretty decent
yeah,
pickups from Milan there. They're building up. Malik Tia out to Newcastle. Hernandez out to Al Hilal. And then Hoyland. That happened late today too, didn't it?
yeah. It happened today. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was talked about like for 2 weeks now, but I think like Napoli took it to the last day, so Menu gets desperate and just like goes down by a couple of million.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have him with the option to become mandatory, I believe, for 40 million, but Manchester United wanted 50 something like 2 weeks ago,
Mm.
so they saved a decent amount.
But that's going to help out Napoli as well.
Yeah,
This is why we're going through this now, because it just kind of reminds you that we're not the only one that reinforced our lineup
exactly.
this
Yep.
today, especially.
Yep.
Here's
Yeah.
Hoyland coming in hot for Napoli. Giovanni Leone, of course, going to Liverpool. That one was talked about a bit. What else was big? Obviously,
Dude,
Luis Gonzalez.
Uh, Boykema, I know we don't talk a lot. We didn't talk a lot about that one, but I think that's a good reinforcement for
That's a
Napoli.
decent. Yeah, that's a decent
Like
one for sure.
he helps their center back trio a lot.
Yeah.
So
This
that's
one
good.
I think is interesting to talk about. Manuel
Yeah,
Kanji to Inter.
yeah,
That happened today.
yeah. On that one, do you? I know you here, Dave. So you know this. How many times do we hear about center backs when I say, "Hey, get me a center back, get me a center back"? They are cheap to get, and then the chat says, "Oh, where are those cheap center backs, bro?" There's Manuel goddamn Akanji
Mm,
for
mhm.
what was the deal?
1
Loan fee
million
1
loan
million?
fee
What
plus.
was it
I don't know
14
the.
something?
Yeah,
Something?
I'll see if I can pull it up here.
I mean, damn.
For the new tab.
And people keep telling me, "Oh, those transfers are not out there." They're always out there, man. Teams get desperate at the end of the deadline.
Yeah, get out of here. For 15 million euros. Yeah, I mean, Not bad, right?
Good, right? And
However, wages.
Akanji, yeah, but you can't tell me that I would say no to Akanji next to Bremer on the left.
No, it would be good. The options are certainly there. But again, in hindsight now,
Yeah, of
especially
course.
when we look at the fact that
Yeah.
we
We
have
have good
pairs.
coverage. We have good coverage and we have the depth. It's just yeah, the ceiling is not the highest with the center backs we have. Like Bremer is the only one like I consider to be great,
Mm-hmm.
and the other ones are good or above average.
Yeah,
So
Gatti is very serviceable. He's good.
yeah,
Cabal, if he comes back healthy, he's pretty decent as well.
yeah.
I'm not too
Like
concerned.
the coverage was good. Like without selling any one of them, like we wouldn't get another center back, because
Yeah.
like I said, the depth is actually good. It's
We
just
did
whether you think the level of like the level of talent is adequate. But
we did well with what we have. The other
yeah,
thing we have to consider is we didn't go for any of these old guys, Modric, De Bruyne, and
yeah,
anybody that was
yeah,
over the age of, I think, 26. This is the
yeah,
oldest guy we bought,
yeah.
right?
And also not for the well, what is it in French? Jonathan Klaus, that guy, the 32-year-old fullback. Like
Yeah.
we didn't do that one as well. That actually would be a deal I wouldn't mind as well because you get experience and leadership into the team. But we use that money for Panda, man.
Yeah. And a 25-year-old,
Yep.
room to grow in. These contracts will be running out when these guys are 30 to 32, give or
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Not bad. This is a long-term plan. It
Exactly.
still seems to me, and this is getting a bit into my prediction here, that we're not necessarily set up at the current moment to be champions, but we're
Yeah.
building that core of young to middle-aged soccer, middle-aged,
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
that can build into that in a couple of years. This
Yeah.
actually, for the first time,
This is a rebuild.
this feels like a real rebuild.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like an actual, not no bullshit. It actually
Yeah.
feels like it. And I understand. Do we still need a ball playing midfielder? Sure.
Of course. Of
Do we
course. Yeah.
still maybe need another prolific center back and maybe some support as a right wing back?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we have the foundation now,
Yeah.
and give it another summer. And if
Exactly.
Comolli continues to cook the way he's been cooking, man, I got no problem saying that these guys can definitely get a Scudetto and can definitely start going a little bit deeper in the
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah. I
As of
agree.
now, will they win? And here's my prediction. I think it's still a too tall of a task when literally you only have one backup. You don't have a deep. You have coverage everywhere, but if you get into an injury
Yeah.
situation this year, you are fucked. So there's my concern.
Honestly. Oh, sorry. The only, in my opinion, of course, I hope not. The only disastrous injury that could happen again is Bremer, because then we would have like the same backline as we had last season. But overall, even midfield, I think we are covered pretty good.
It's decent.
Yeah,
I
but
mentioned the
like
holes.
of course, you don't wish a long-term injury, but Thuram would be my example. Like if we lose Thuram, that's of course bad, but you still have Koopmeiners that can play in that role carrying the ball. That's still a deeper role that I think he can play good at. And if need be, you still have McKennie that can play in the midfield. I know we used him as a wing back,
But
but like
sure.
still
I mean,
the
Bale.
coverage is there, right? Like I think for the positional group, Bremer is more important than for example Thuram in the midfield. I know he's maybe generally our best player in the team. Oh, sorry, the second best, Yildiz, sorry. Um, but overall, I think Bremer is more important to everything because like our defense is make or break with and without him.
Yeah, it really is. I don't want to get back into that too much. There's a bit of coverage, but yeah, I mean, if a Bremer goes down, Cabal still isn't even healthy yet at this time, right? The red card situation, we've had a streak of red cards every other game, and they've all been like 2-match bans.
Dude, I'm angry with fucking Cambiaso for that, man. Dude, that made me so angry. Like when we didn't even notice at first, and then we saw a guy going down. Like when we did
It was
the
soft.
watcher, and no, but it was a red, like clear red.
It was a card. It wasn't a 2-match ban.
It was a clear red though, and
Yeah,
hands to the faces, 2-match ban. They could
yeah.
have made it 3 or 4 if they wanted to.
I still think it's soft. It's not like he out and like slapped him or anything. It was a bit of a flail. I don't know.
No,
It's soft.
I get it, but he deserved the red, and he deserved to
Sure,
sit down.
sure. Yeah, whatever. It was dumb. He made a mistake, and it's not just him. It's been a theme.
Yeah.
And these are the certain things. Looking at this team, okay, yeah, we can look at it at paper. Like, it's good to pull up this tactical bar. It's like, oh yeah, that looks sweet. How many red cards are they gonna get? Does Cambiaso put himself out for 2 games, and now we're relying on Kostic or Kalulu or
Oh, hey,
whoever, right?
and also, I'm sorry to say it, but Conceição is always a guy for a double yellow. I don't know, a
Mhm.
dive here, a dive there, complaining to the referee there, and boom, he's gone.
Yeah.
A
So
candidate for that as well. Vlahovic had his punches and stuff where he received a red already. We had that happen.
these are the concerns. So for me to come out and say, yeah, we can win the Scudetto, there's still a couple of issues.
Yeah.
We're still playing average 2 games a week with a fairly thin lineup, with relatively low experience, and currently a red card problem.
Yep. Yeah, man.
So 2 to 3, like, can we do better than 4th? I think we now have the team built to do 4th or better, not like
Yeah.
peeking into 4th like we have been. I think we're
Yeah.
now at a 4th or better. Is that a
I'm
decent way of saying it without committing?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's jump into Europe.
Well, one last question before we dive into Europe.
All
What do
right,
you think about Vlahovic now? Him staying, like the overall outlook for him,
contract year Vlahovic.
right? Dude,
I mean, prove
that's
yourself. I
what
don't
it
care.
said. Like if he doesn't perform now, when will he?
Now or never. I mean, this is it. And I should mention, actually, going back, speaking of contract year, we do have an Adrian Rabiot to AC Milan contract year. Rabiot there. Those that have been with us for a while remember
Yeah.
that reference. That's a perfect example of somebody that performs when his contract is up. So I am
Yeah.
hoping that Vlahovic does the same. It only benefits us. If he's gone at the end of the year, I mean, so be it. But if he can come
Dude,
and
if he says goodbye with 20 to 30 goal, dude,
so be
thank
it.
you very much.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
thank you very much. Have fun in your next chapter. Thank you for the service this season, and
that's it.
see you around, or maybe hopefully not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna whine like a little bitch like Dash every time he scores, but I'll be
Dude, just
happy.
hey, two goals in 3 games, man. Eh,
Mhm.
ah,
The only one I'd say is contributing more is Yildiz, really, in the grand scheme of things, with his creativity.
dude,
But Vlahovic is the top goal scorer.
Yildiz now, like couple of games in already, and with the preseason, I generally think he has grown as a player. Like
Absolutely.
his vision seems different. He is not like head through the wall. He seems to read the game better. I actually like it seems like he finally made like the next step. Let's see. We have 36 more games. Is it 36?
Yeah,
Yeah,
36
36.
more.
36 more games to monitor.
Yeah, and it's still early. Inter dropping, Milan dropping the first week. Is this an indication to come? Like, is Chivu's Inter gonna falter and not compete? Does
I have
Napoli falter as soon
I
as they go to Europe?
Dash and I have in turn third. So
Anything could happen.
I think Inter is in the position where the age like it caught up a bit last season already because they didn't have the legs to get to the finish line. Like I think still in terms of football and how they played under Inzaghi, I think if they had the feet to get through the season, they would have fought Napoli, is my opinion. But yeah, honestly, they lost. They're losing the battle to father time, and they still have the same core of a team that is now another year older.
And
So
adding a Kanji, which is an upgrade, but he's 30, 31?
uh, did he break into his 30s already?
I think so. Here, let me look him up real quick. He is 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And injury prone, by the way, injury prone as well.
Mm-hmm.
So. But that's why you get him for cheap. Like he's up there in age. He missed like a lot of like important games for Manchester City, where they had to shoehorn other players into center back. Yeah.
Okay, let's get Europe here. You're already yawning. It is late. Dave's
Yeah, man. I'm falling asleep over here. All right, dude. That's my topic, man.
yes. I know you've been waiting for this.
Dude, I waited the whole damn summer for that one.
Alexander Isak finally coming through at the last minute, going to Liverpool. 145 million euros. My lord.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're the
Yeah,
Liverpool guy, man. Like, what do you think?
that is, I think, the third best striker in the world right now. You
After
have all
what's your list? One and two.
Haaland and Mbappe, and then
Yeah.
it's him in my opinion. And then and then you have like Julian Alvarez in my opinion. Who else is in there? Do I forget like anyone like egregious right now?
Vlahovic? No, sorry.
Who?
Okay, go on.
Who? Um, is Lautaro in that group as well with Alvarez
Uh,
and
I mean, he's good. Does he break into that list? I don't know.
yeah. Like Alexander Isak is one of those players that, dude, he's scoring goals from everywhere. He is scoring against low blocks. He can drop deep. He can pass. Like he is in essence, in terms of his overall game, a close style to Harry Kane, just even a bit quicker. I don't think his finishing is, of course, like Harry Kane. Honestly, I know we bantered him a lot because he was at Tottenham and blah blah blah. But Harry Kane is one of the deadliest like strikers I have ever seen in football. Genuinely, like his finishing skill. No, but Alexander Isak is an incredible as an incredible striker. Like I said, third best striker in world football, and that's the money you pay for those players, man. Whether you like it or not, and they have the money sitting around. And it's not that they just have the money sitting around. They sold for 250 million as well. So
Well, winning breeds
that's what they're
winning,
good for.
right? This is a perfect example.
And also, you have to think. They only bought Chiesa last season for 12 million euros.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in a very good position in terms of financial fair play because they didn't spend a lot. I believe Mamadashvili was also in last year's books, but even then, that's then a total of max like 50 million they spent in that window, 40 to 50 million, and didn't buy anything like after that, and won then the Premier League in that season where they didn't spend any money. And now they generally like this is their big spending window. If in the next like 3 or 4 years you won't see them spending as much, of course. Like
Yeah,
this
they'll
is
have
them, and also they didn't buy a player above like 20, like above his mid-20s, I believe. How old is Isaac? Is he 25 exactly?
25. Yeah,
Yeah, and
which
I
again,
believe like
decent. Like right getting into
yeah,
his prime,
like
has a good
Wirtz, I
7 years.
believe is 22. Ekitike
Mhm.
is what is he? 21 something.
And
I'm
here's the thing: as we look at the top three, it's all
yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah. And then you have Newcastle basically by buying Isak's replacement and Nick Woltemade, who is a honestly promising German striker as well. Yeah, and then you have Šeško. Dude, Manchester United needs to be arrested, man. I think Šeško is a good striker, but dude, for them not to buy a midfielder when that is their biggest weakness, that is criminal to me, what Manchester United did there. Congratulations on Bumo, on Mateusz Cunha, on Šeško. Yeah, but yeah, you're already out of one competition, man, and school hasn't even started.
I love that reference. Out of the competition before the kids went to school. I just
Yep.
cracked up when I heard that.
Yeah, hey, that's what they are saying over there, so I just copied it, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for them not to get a midfielder to strengthen themselves over there is crazy, because they're hello Dash, by the way.
We just picked up a prospect as well.
Yeah, man.
we did.
No, they are in a similar situation to us because they play a 3-4-2-1 as well. And quite frankly, their midfield is worse than ours, and I keep crying about our midfield the whole time. And they have 35-year-old Casemiro running around there, and Bruno Fernandes, who is not a deep-sitting midfielder. So that is the level of idiocy they are doing in their midfield.
Is Bruno sitting deep?
I think, yeah, I was going to say my main question is.
No, that's
Bruno...
that's the problem. That's what they need him to do, though. You can't have 35-year-old Casemiro running around covering holes across the pitch, man.
Yeah,
like
can,
he was done 3 years ago.
Can Bruno even run?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Bruno can run.
And that's why I don't understand. They rejected the 100 million offer from Al Hilal for Bruno.
Man United.
It's still like you said, it's still one of the best lines I've heard out before the kids started.
Oh, it's just so funny. It's funny when I'm talking to my mom and she asks questions like, "Oh, what was that I heard about? Like, what happened in England?" Like, "Oh, yeah, Man United again. I'll explain it to you since you don't understand." And then she laughs, not understanding really the gravity of the situation. That's how bad it is.
Oh man, yeah. No, for them not to buy a midfielder is crazy to me. But hey, they got a new Belgian goalkeeper in Lammens, I believe is his name. Yeah, dude. But Egan, what is that love to Bruno? Like, what has he done for them? Oh, thank you for the Carabao Cup or FA Cup. They won. They won on the way. Like, is he the friend we made along the way? What has he done for the club? Like, yeah, he raises his. No, wasn't it the case that Bruno said, "If the club wants me gone, I'm gone"? That's a quote from him, right? Like he said, if they are willing to sell me, I'll be gone. And then in the end, they rejected it, and then of course, like he rejects it as well. No, but what I don't understand, and maybe you can help me understand it, like he doesn't fit the system right now. I know he has a good GA output in general, but that happens
hold
against
on, time out.
teams.
What is Man United even doing as a system besides just sucking?
Yeah. Well,
Do you
bringing
guys
a
hear
coach.
their ex-coach is another ex-coach?
They yeah, I mean 10 fired?
10 fired after 2 games, man.
Yeah.
No, but there was actual beef in the background. Like it wasn't because he lost 2 games.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah. No, he has background problems. Like interestingly enough, he had at Man United as well.
Almost like Ronaldo was right about him being the problem.
The entire Man United organization is just a toxic girlfriend.
Is a shit show, man.
It's worse than a toxic girlfriend. It's just an absolute clusterfuck.
Yeah.
It's Dash's toxic girlfriends.
Yikes.
Look, if you ask Man United fans, the Ineos minority owners are are cursed to them. That's what they say now. But I think overall it's actually like been decent because they have a new like policy in terms of salaries. And I think like an overall of their like for the wage structure and everything, they have done a good job. I just genuinely don't understand why Mbeumo and Cunha are good players and they raise your level on the offensive lines, of course. And Šeško, yeah, of course, is better than Zirkzee and Højlund. But I think it is so much more important to shore up that midfield because that is such a weakness. Like teams literally like run through it. I know they dominated the game versus Burnley, but Burnley were like they were able to turn it on whenever they wanted and just to run through them. Dude, Grimsby Town, League 2 team. They are, if you combine all the tables, are 50 plus places behind Manchester United. Like toyed with them on the pitch. They pressed them high like it was prime Jurgen Klopp and just ran through their midfield. Like that's what I don't get.
All right.
Yeah.
So Dash, I just want to give you a chance here since you're just flying in here. I told you to have the night off, and you're like, nope. I
just wanted to say hi. I was listening to you guys while I was taking care of stuff. So like I just wanted to know why would I come in here and monologue?
Now that I have you on the spot.
Yeah, well, that's maybe you wanted to. I don't know. You're on the spot now.
I'm not that
Sir, now that I have you on the spot, are you sticking with me for a second?
All right, Mike, go ahead, lay it on me.
Oh man. I said you drank all of the Milan Kool-Aid. You didn't leave anything for anyone else.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna drink it, just out of spite.
You are the spiteful one.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Should we continue with the other transfers? I think we were stuck with Šeško, I believe.
Yeah, for Šeško, number 5. Okay, we didn't make it too far. Victor, we talked about already. Buemo, you already actually covered him a little bit as well.
Yes, sir.
In the previous video. Gyökeres. Wish they have the date here happen for just for reference. How long ago was Gyökeres now? That's a little bit.
Gyökeres was shortly after the Club World Cup when Arsenal was still at preseason tour.
Yeah, so that was pretty early. Same with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah. And Liverpool got like cheeky 10 million for him, so he could play with Real for the Club World Cup. So that is 10 million.
I think the real question is when is that Coutinho money going to run out?
I think it finally did. They spent it on Isaac.
It's all gone.
I heard they
spent the rest of it on Isaac.
I heard they took the Coutinho money, invested it in Bitcoin, and then proceeded to sell the Bitcoin recently. That's why it's just every transfer's been Coutinho money. I'm waiting for the next meme to say it's Trent Alexander-Arnold money now.
Yeah, the cheeky 10 mil they got. And yes, you're right, Yorio. I hope I'm saying that right. Amorim is a problem, honestly. If there's one thing that I hate, and I'm saying this all the time, I hate stubborn coaches. And Amorim is exactly that. Like he has like the right pieces there for a 3-man midfield. Like he could still play Casemiro if he wanted to, make Ugarte the backup. So you don't want to see him start anyways because he's just a bozo on the ball. And then you still can get away with Bruno Fernandes, and honestly, you could finally play Kobbie Mainoo. And I generally the poor guy is waiting for Amorim to get sacked so he can play again. Like generally, I wish for his development that he would have gotten the loan, but that would have been devastating for the Manchester United fan base because he's one of their he's from their academy, so you don't want to lose those players.
All right,
but yeah, their team would be better in a 3-man midfield, of course. But that's not what Amorim does.
Let's continue down this list. Honestly, already at number 10, I feel like this is just such an EPL thing. 60 to 70 million just for Mathis Cunha, Martin Zubamendi, Luis Diaz, Xavi Simmons, whatever, throw 60, 70. I say, no big deal. That's essentially what all these are.
And you could go down like into the 40s, and it's all like Premier League. It's crazy.
Yeah, Darwin Nunez, who we were linked up with, of course.
We weren't, man. Don't take
it's worth mentioning. Whatever, it was a thing. Frimpong, we were linked with for a minute.
No,
Nicholas Jackson, we were linked with for a second.
No, we weren't.
That happened. There was a moment where that happened a couple days ago. Luis Apenda. So the first one in Italy to make the list is at number 30.
Hey.
That's the state of affairs. Really, it's kind of sad to put that in perspective, right? And Dan Davenport, yes, he is one of my notable mentions on my list today that we're going to talk about him in a sec. Let's just see if there's anything else. Rashford, another guy we've always been linked with.
Oh, Arsenal buying another centre back. In other terms, the sky is blue, water is wet.
Yep, Hincapié there. Mastantuono, we had some links with him. He goes to Real Madrid for huge sums, 45.
With what you're saying, we were linked to literally everybody on the world, man.
Hey, there's another one, Jonathan David.
Jackie, by the way, is out now 2 to 3 months for Manchester City.
Shit.
That's bad. That's bad.
That does suck. Yeah.
Because when he played, he actually gave them freedom again offensively. Like he took that offensive creating mantle like from De Bruyne a little bit. And he was actually helping them finding space and all of that. But yeah, I believe the injury happened in the second game, right? Or was it now in the against who did or did it happen against Brighton? I don't remember correctly, but yeah, when he played actually good, and now he's gone. Poor guy.
So should we use this as a segue then? We've done the top 50 for the most part. Another, I guess Victor Boniface is another bigger one in there.
Loan to Werder Bremen. That is so random. Like no jokes. That is so random. Like nobody here in Germany like could believe that. Like it's just all right. We were willing to sell you to AC Milan at your third, and we don't have any plans for you because we already got the replacement in. Oh man.
Speaking of replacements, Lucas Chevalier replacing effectively Gianluigi Donnarumma at Paris Saint-Germain.
Yes.
So let's just type him in. Donnarumma going to Manchester City. Ederson out, as this is saying. Ederson departs. So here we go. 26 million pounds. So that's 35 million for Donnarumma. 5-year deal. And Ederson joining Fenerbahce for 12.1 pounds. That's 16 million euro.
It's good
so
for
that's yep.
They got a good shot stopper. I don't care what people say about Donnarumma. He's a great shot stopper.
He is, in my opinion, no, he's the best shot stopper in the world right now. In terms of like pure on the line saving, catching crosses and all of that. I think he's like shot stopping wise, he's the best goalkeeper in the world. But yeah, the reason why PSG sold him is that he is not good on the ball, and Luis Enrique wants to play even more dominant and being even better, like playing from the back out, because their team is set up for that.
Well, the problem is that once that gets figured out, I don't know, that irritates me. I've never been like, for example,
but Chevalier is still good enough on the line. Like he's not, of course, a menace like Donnarumma. Nobody is that, but they were willing to sacrifice some of his shot stopping skills for build up. It's just the typical story in modern football where you go for the new idea of a goalkeeper.
Yeah, and that's probably not going to last long.
Thank you, Manuel Neuer, for killing football.
Here's a positive note. I mean, no matter how we want to look at this, pro or con, he is at a top team in the top league, which is good
for Italy.
For Italy, it's good for the national team.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, whatever. Do I care if he plays for this oil team or that oil team? No, I don't give a fuck.
And Giovanni Leoni called up to the international Italian national team as well after getting his move to Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a few people in the chat to come in and be like, "See, Juve should have paid 60 for him."
Yeah, man.
No.
Same thought for me as well.
I don't know if you guys covered this or not. I think you guys did, but I thought it was interesting that not a single Serie A club, you didn't buy a single Serie A player this transfer market, which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah, we kind of did touch on that. It's the state of affairs. We can't. Every team now knows that they're gonna get bent over if they shop within Italy. We're even noticing that if you shop within Portugal. Where do you need to shop? France?
Stop shopping in Portugal, man.
Shop in France and Germany.
I told you, France, man. France is the market. Germany is honestly a pretty good market for cheap players. But goddamn, like France is an incredible market, and the Bundesliga teams figured that out. The Premier League figured that out. Even La Liga teams are buying from France. It's just we are so late to the party because we want to buy the young Italian talents. I'm sorry, Primo. And
no, it's not. It's we're pressured to buy the young Italian talents. That's the issue.
We're pressured by the fan base, though. By who else?
Your fan base, also the league, and that, because they're like, oh, you're Juve, you need to do this, this, and this. And that's the one thing again I can give props to Comolli. Comolli said, "F this, I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
So Comolli has definitely turned a page, and we didn't really press the point here today that he isn't taking any shit.
And that's good.
And maybe that's how we'll wrap up. We'll do a little transfer market, a Juve transfer market recap, and kind of go full circle and kind of give it a grade. But before we do that, I just want to focus in on a couple of the big names that we have been linked to and just show where they've gone. And in some cases, say thank you.
Jadon Sancho, Aston Villa, number 1. oh, that's the one you had. I just guessed.
That was the one I had.
I just guessed.
So yes, he does move to Aston Villa on a loan.
You see, guys, we said no to Jadon Sancho. I said no to Jadon Sancho. The other 2D said no to Jadon Sancho, and now we have Openda and Shigrova. Yeah, not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how Openda does. And the other thing too, they should probably not have him and Bremer next to each other in training.
Another one we were heavily linked with, and this is a maybe kind of sad we didn't get him. Matt O'Reilly.
How funny is it that he is replacing Rabiot, who a couple of people immediately wanted back when that Marseille thing and the tussle in the locker room happened.
Mm-hmm.
And Marseille got him as the Rabiot replacement. Rabiot went to his dad again.
I absolutely love that.
Crazy, right? These storylines sometimes write themselves, man.
I think any player from Fiorentina is mediocre.
Yeah.
Answer that comment.
And I don't know if you heard last week all the news that came out about Bernardeschi. Speaking of Fiorentina players, the shit that he was pulling in the Toronto locker room while he was there, basically saying that nobody's good enough. They all suck. Just being verbally abusive
in the workplace, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do that in Italy, but not over there.
Sad part is he's got Scudettos and a Euro under his belt for doing jack shit.
He got a goal in that Euro.
No, he got a penalty in a PK shootout.
Yeah, that's a goal.
It's help. He helped.
It was a nice goal. It was a nice goal. Like whatever.
He didn't just write his name on the presentation. He did something.
Yeah, he clicked the next slide button.
Yeah, he said hello. Our presentation is about, I don't know. He had the intro. Yeah. What were the other links, man? I already forgot.
That one was funny. This one I laughed at.
This is worth mentioning. So PSG effectively deny Juve the same deal they turned around a minute later and gave Tottenham.
Yeah, fuck the good relations, right?
Yeah, right. Apparently we have a great relationship with PSG.
I told you guys, they are looking for profit as well. They are trying to get every penny they can. They thought that because he wants to move to us, that we are desperate to sign him as well. And in the end, thankfully, we didn't cater for it. And yeah, that's what happened, man.
Last foreign from Viola was Arthur Melo. Oh, Dusan. Was Dusan before or after now? Fuck, I can't remember. Fuck, do you guys remember off the top of your head? Who came first, Arthur or Vlahovic? Chat, help us out. We're stuttered. We can't remember that one.
Oh.
Dusan came in January, so I think Arthur. That was after Pjanic. Yeah, I think Pjanic is. That deal was older than Vlahovic. Yeah, just help us out, chat.
Yeah.
I don't want to look that up and stutter through this right now. Somebody else do that for us.
No, the last foreign was Nico, or the last
Nico.
Yeah, right. Nico. Man, I already forgot about
it. It was Nico.
Yeah, I mean there's so many. We just buy so much trash from that.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost said company. It almost is like a company. They're all out profit.
Yeah, man. Dude, this transfer window fucked me, man. And sorry, just to respond to Dan, I haven't looked into coaches, or dude, I had other stuff on my plate today. I had a lot to do with the whole transfer deadline, and I didn't look into what the options are for Leverkusen right now. No, I know Egan. I know.
Yeah, and then he went to.
We sent him on loan to Fiorentina, and we were hoping and desperate for them to trigger the buy option, even though we knew they wouldn't. And we got him back and had him at the J Medical, I believe, for another season now. Or was he on loan last season? Where was he?
Yeah, he was on loan. He was on loan.
To in Spain.
Oh, Girona.
That's the one. Yeah.
Girona. Dude, I can't track his loans anymore, dude. It's bro. I'm done with him, man. Can we get over it?
Yeah, we're done. Let's move on. We have an honorable mention for tonight, not Juve related. However, Jamie Vardy
going to Cremonese. Dude, that is crazy to me, man.
That is nuts. He's 38.
But hey, respect to him, man. Try Italy for once. If they get relegated, man, nice retirement.
I mean, it's not a Como, but
yeah. Oh my, I know that. Didn't he play like one game in, like the first like Carabao Cup game or whatever, and then was injured again for the rest of the season? And then I believe Liverpool tried to send him back to Juve, but I think the loan contract didn't allow, and they kept him for the whole season just there. That was crazy.
Yeah, this is I don't know. Let's see. Maybe a cool swan song, something to pay attention to for the season. See how he does. Fine wine. Ooh. I'm thinking. Who's all the old fucks that like
Felipe Melo.
The other Melo.
Different Melos.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that's a different Melo too.
Okay.
But yeah, we just got ourselves all fucked up with that whole situation.
Yeah, it is just stop with the Melo scent.
Yeah, we're done with Melo. Either one. we don't want either one. We don't want any Brazilian defenders except Bremer. We don't want any Argentinians. And no Milos. Okay, I think that's it.
On that note, like and subscribe.
the list keeps getting longer, man. We have to work something off. The list gets longer.
Yeah.
Hey, now we have a Belgian player, so let's try something with that.
Well, we got rid of Bangula
and Kosovo Albanian. But now we have a productive Belgian player.
A productive one.
Okay, a productive one.
That's a little harsh, but okay.
That changes everything.
None of the players we buy anymore have one nationality anyways.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like even just looking at Matt O'Reilly, it said Irish and English.
I mean, goddamn it. Yeah, but goddamn Italy and their rules, man. So talking about making it difficult to get players in. Thank you, Italy.
Yeah. I mean, we just bought a German-born
not
Kosovo with the German-born Kosovar with honorary Albanian citizenship.
Yeah.
Nuts. Whatever. Doesn't matter as long as the roster spots work.
Yeah.
As long as you win.
Okay, so let's wrap this up in terms of giving this a grade overall.
I can't give it a grade. It's too soon.
It's literally over. You have to today. You don't.
No, I meant from a productive perspective.
Sir, you don't have the luxury of waiting 1.5 weeks to the next game. That's not what you're allowed to do as a content creator.
I have fear of uncertainty. Leave me alone.
You as a content creator have
Myers, Douglas, Elise, and Nico Gonzalez has given me trust issues.
You as a content creator have the obligation to give us a crazy take now.
Yeah, you got to give us something.
Dusan becomes a Capo Campanieri, gets 32 goals.
You called me crazy from a second place finish, man.
Dusan's going to win the scoring title. That's my crazy take.
We only have to go back to the midterm reports to get your absolutely insane takes. So
I was on the money. What do you mean? I was on the money.
It's all on tape. We can go back.
The only thing I fucked up was Napoli winning the title. Everything else was pinpoint.
No, we mean the grades we gave at the end of the season where you were overly harsh with a couple of players. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you shouldn't. If you're studying at the university and Dash comes in as the professor, just run as far as you can. Man.
Apparently, I have very difficult standards.
You don't know his grading scale. Like it's.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you can explain yourself. So like Euro, I have no idea how to say that. Gives it a 6.5.
All right.
But like on what basis?
Okay. Yes, here. Fine. I'll do it. Okay. Basis wise, I'll give it on a couple of criterias. Financially, I give it a 9.5. I think a lot of these movements in these deals, the exits and the bringing them in, financially executed perfectly. I cannot complain about the financial aspect of it. Sal, you can quote me on this. Coming into the schematic, so I mean tactical, I will give it an 8.5. Players fit the system. There is a system present now with the players that are coming in. Each player that came in has a specific role, and it makes sense to what they're going to do. So again, I'm going to give that an 8 to an 8.5. The last one would be player quality. I would say probably a 7. You're not getting any crazy superstars or anything like that, anything obnoxious star power or anything. However, they're decent guys that can all fill in and do roles. Mm-hmm. So financially, 9.5. Schematic wise, I'd give it an 8.5. And then as far as like star power or star quality, I'm just going to throw it at a 7. There. That's not outlandish.
It's not at all. And the way you broke it down was actually perfect. Because I tried to wrap it up in like a good overall, but the way you broke it down, I honestly can't disagree with.
Good thing I didn't take the night off.
Yeah. Okay, so he's saying it's Yorgo. Yeah, Jay, in which language? Because sometimes they're soft and sometimes they're hard.
I'll give them hard.
Oh fuck! Yeah, phonetically spell it out. Maybe we'll sort it out.
Right,
but no, otherwise, man, that's I like
that. Should we break it into those 3 factors as well? Or? Man,
no. See, I came in. You want to know the funny thing about that is I didn't even have that bitch planned. I just came off the hip. I just improv'd on that. So
sometimes you got to shoot from the hip.
I am the improv king.
So
right, Dave, I will not improv as much as he did. I would just call it a 7 and 7.5 out of 10, like in total. I think we brought in good players. I'm happy that we finally brought in a free agent. And honestly, one of the more productive strikers in Europe. We got him for free. That's not something I expected us to do. Overall, the depth we have at the front now and the and the actual quality we were able to get. I didn't expect that. But it's still, what would have raised it into the 8.5 or into the 9s was if we were able, for example, to get rid of the Vlahovic contract, maybe get a midfielder, maybe get a defender or whatever. But that's why
I disagree with that just because it's hard to move Dusan. You can't blame Comolli.
Oh, I know it's hard. That's dude, you get into the 9s and 10s if you manage the hard things, man.
Well,
Pause.
I was going to say you get to the 20s if you manage the hard things by migrating skill.
Mamma mia. Yes. No, but that's why I'm 7 at the, dude, it has been good. Like I expected to give a 5 or 4.5 or whatever, like at the start of this bitch. So man, I'm happy with the 7.5. Genuinely.
What you got, Canadian Dave?
The quality is good. We have versatility. We have an actual wing back that can run into channels that is good in over and underlapping. We actually got players for a coach, but if it happened that we have to get rid of the coach, we still have players that can work in multiple systems. Like I like the overall like versatility of the team. You can switch tactically if you need. The actual depth is okay. We still have Miretti and Ajic where we don't know where we use them, but they're there.
How dare you?
Like we said before
Kostic.
you arrived, Dash, we still have Milik sitting around, so we even have the third striker we need, and if you count Openda as another striker option, 4. So, man, I like the overall quality, but of course, like it's not like great. We didn't get the greatest crop of players, and Vlahovic is still there with his big ass 20-something million.
He's gonna win the
So
scoring title. He's gonna win the scoring title this year.
I hope he does. It helps only the team, man. I wouldn't mind that. So yeah, 7.5 for me.
Are we gonna do it? Contract year Dusan. That's gonna be the meme this season.
It will be.
What you got, Canadian Dave? What's your numbers?
So, and I'm taking this from a slightly different angle, more so from the financial aspect, and just by how difficult, honestly, our parameters were to make any deals whatsoever. And I've put it in at a 9 because Comolli had one hell of a job ahead of him, and he somehow made the books balanced for the most part. We do have those 3 years to completely get within parameters, but he's locked it in within a couple million of those parameters, and got players that fit the system for the coach that he has entrusted for the next 2 years. Now, yeah, you can go back and wonder why Tudor got 2 years, but that was what was put in place. Those were the parameters. And honestly, find me somebody with the exact same situation, like all things being equal, find me somebody else who isn't even the fucking sporting director, by the way, that will do the same job. And not only did he do a fantastic job within those parameters, he has put his foot down. He has not budged. He stuck within his means. He knew what he wanted going into these deals. He said no when it didn't meet his standards. He said yes when it fell within them, and he made the deals and he made them count. Like, honestly, how much more can you really ask from Comolli and his management team? Because I think they nailed it given what they got.
I don't
give it a 9.
I don't disagree with anything you said.
Nope.
Needless to say, we all rated relatively high. And I think as a collective panel here, I think we're happy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
You see, we are fair. And everybody tries to keep us
bunch of bitches.
negative fans and blah blah blah.
Swear, grow some fucking balls.
Even Jeff is the most negative, and he calls it solid, man.
He even called it a winder. He called it a transfer winder too.
That's funny.
All right, folks. I think it's time for all of us to go to
LJJ with the final beautiful words. It
there we go.
finally feels like a team.
We'll give it. LJJ's got the final word here. Obviously, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe. Also, if you've not seen the player profile breakdowns on the last 2 videos, please watch them. They've actually popped off quite well. And thanks, because I believe we had over 20 subscribers on both of those videos total.
23 currently.
23. Okay, he's like, actually, we got 23, Dash, so you can shut the fuck up.
It's good.
Yeah, obviously. We'll keep doing more of those as more players come in, or we might start doing some more tactical analysis breakdowns on individual players if y'all like that shiz. If you do, comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you later in the week.